She is known for her decades of work in film and TV, including iconic roles in hit sitcoms. In the 90s, it was, of course, Martin, and in the early 2000s, it was My Wife and Kids. Actress Tisha Campbell now stars in a new series all about love, heartbreak, and getting back into the dating scene in your mid-40s. Alongside co-star and executive producer Neil Patrick Harris, their new show Uncoupled premieres July 29th on Netflix. Let's take a look.
Hey, birthday boy. Gosh, the tension in your shoulders is off the charts. What's going on?
I took my clothes and some things, and I moved out.
After 17 years, my boyfriend
Told me he was leaving me.
What? After you?
Yup.
And he kept saying, oh, I'm officially out of the fan club.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be single again for a gay man at my age?
I can see it's really taking its toll.
Are you still gonna be okay to show Christie Street tomorrow? You know I got you, right?
Tisha Campbell joins us now in studio. So good to have you and meet you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being here. So this looks just like a really fun, much-needed rom-com.
Yes.
Very light area. It's really about heartbreak and healing through the perspective of a gay man. Talk to us about the importance of having that LGBTQ representation on a platform like
You know
Netflix.
what? Representation really, really does matter. I remember being a little girl and not seeing anybody that looked like me on television. I remember being the only little girl that looked like me on television. And it's so nice to have queer men playing queer men, dating queer men.
Had you personally forgotten, because we see in Neil Patrick Harris's character, he forgot how to mingle.
Forgot
Does
how
that
to mingle.
happen?
Yes. Forgot how to mingle. I don't think I ever did. You know, I was always in relationships. So dating period is all new, and being, dating with social media and all that other stuff, the whole new way of dating with apps and all that. It's just very new for me.
It's complicated now.
It's complicated,
Yes.
but it's easy for them. This is the way it is.
Talk to us about your character, Suzanne.
Yes.
She's a successful businesswoman, has some great friends,
Yes.
great relationship with her son, single mom. What attracted you to the role and the show in general?
But see, that's it right there. We're talking about somebody who is brassy and fun. She's reluctantly single, but it's more to her than that. I think Darren Star and Jeffrey Richmond, they wrote such amazing dialogue. I honestly have to say, this is one of my more favorite pieces.
And also, you were talking about, representation earlier, and we were talking about the LGBTQ community, but also saying how early on you were one of the only faces that you saw. And the evolution of the Black family, right, on TV, because we've seen from Good Times and What's Happening to The Cosby Show and, of course, My Wife and Kids.
To Empire.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that evolution and why it is so important to see that Black family dynamic on TV, because some people will say, well, it's just a family. Why make the distinction?
Well, because you want to see somebody representing you. Sometimes you can't relate to everybody, and I think everybody needs to see themselves. And entertainment, you can learn from it, you can grow from it, you can just be entertained and laugh from it or cry from it. I think that's what's really important. For me, there was always a distinction with, watching The Cosby Show as opposed to people coming up to me and saying, thank you for doing The Martin Show, because we never got to see a younger Black couple engaging and loving and figuring things out in their relationship. And so I understood the importance of people, saying they want a relationship like Martin and Gina through this very example.
As so many people just probably know you as Gina.
Yes. My son calls me Gina, and I just answer because I get tired.
So 30-year reunion you guys celebrated. What was that like, being back and visiting with those cast members?
It was magical. There was this electricity in the air when we got there and we were all together. It was 3 years in the making because we were all so booked, busy, and blessed, right? We couldn't figure out our schedules. And then Tommy wasn't there. There was always that factor, but all of us was even putting it in our contracts. We have to do something really big for Tommy because he was such an important part of the cast. But with that said, when we got there to actually film it, from the PAs to the people behind the scenes and the camera crew, the hair and makeup producers, everybody was working so hard because they wanted it so bad. I think that's the moment me and the cast actually understood how important this was for other people. And
Booked, busy, and blessed. I like
Thank
that.
God.
I'm gonna steal-
Yes.
You think you guys might have a new
a reboot?
Yeah.
No, because Tommy's
'Cause of
not
Tommy,
with
right,
us,
yeah.
and we just don't feel right. And Martin always says, "Never say never," but honestly, it just doesn't make sense to us without him being with us.
Totally get that. And you also mentioned too, because when you were 12, you started doing Broadway, right?
Yes.
You were saying that you were in some cases the only face that you saw.
Yeah.
What is the key to your success? Because, as you were just mentioning, you're only as good as your last gig. But
Yeah.
you only look like you're like in your 30s.
Oh
but
my
you've been
God,
in this
girl,
game
teach my
for
sons those tricks. I need to bring you home with me.
Well, you've been doing this for 4 decades
Yeah.
at this point. What's the secret?
You know what? My grandmother always used to say, you have to be extraordinary in order to be considered average, so you have to be extraordinary. And I think, again, I talked about always looking forward and always looking for the next thing and never getting too comfortable. Understanding that, I grew up in the theater, so there was always an understudy or somebody that could even be better than you. I've always been a hustler. It might be the Newark in me, Jersey in me.
Right.
And I've always been very aggressive about not standing in line for my career.
Well, from one Jersey girl to another, congratulations on the show. Thank you so much for talking with us and letting our viewers know Uncoupled premieres this Friday, July 29th on Netflix.
Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.